What is that guy thinking? What a douche. You know what? Removing my windshield, I mean, I'm only doing 45. But removing my windshield, I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot less wind blast on my helmet. I obviously feel it more in my chest and stuff, but, you know, whatever. But before, I think that, I don't know if it's the aerodynamics of the bike or if it's the way that my windshield sat up front and angled back and the height of it, maybe it was just a perfect situation for all of that, but it seemed like the wind was hitting my windshield and coming right up into my helmet. And I've been struggling trying to get decent sound to do motovlogging. I've tried lots of hours of it, lots of riding around talking to myself. I go home and all you hear is the almost like a Charlie Brown underwater, Charlie Brown parent underwater, but you know, it never worked out, and I tried not to get discouraged because it's something I like to do. It's fun to go home and edit all the film and stuff like that, and you know, use some of it for B-roll and whatever on different videos, but yeah, that's kind of why the whole YouTube thing, I think, is a great outlet for people. It's nice to go on and see you've got another subscriber. It's nice to go on and see that, you know, a video has a couple more views, or, you know, one video is more popular than the other, and trying to understand the different kinds of people that naturally find their way to your page. It's interesting. It's fun. But, you know, the whole thing behind it of, I was just checking to make sure that my fuel choke was open. I was distracted this morning when I got on the bike, as you noticed, when I forgot to unlock my forks. But the whole thing, getting out, filming, going home, watching the footage, editing it, putting music to it, stuff like that, to me is a blast. It's, you know, it's another form of art or whatever, but I don't think it's a narcissistic thing necessarily. I think it's just something to do, something to create. It would be nice to have more subs. I just finally broke 100, you know, which is awesome. But yeah, I like to do a lot of different things, and I think it shows on my channel with the camping and the hiking, and I got into doing time-lapse there for a little bit. I'm still kind of dabbling with that. I don't really like the quality of the Hero 3 Silver or White, whatever the cheaper one is. I think it's the White. I didn't really like the quality of the slow motion and the time-lapse that much, so I'm toying with getting the black version, because that's the best one. I've watched videos, and like the slow-mo especially is just amazing. Maybe you could do that with video software, but my video software is not all that great. But it is what it is. It gets the job done. I don't have $1,000 to put into something that, you know, has all the built-in special effects and bells and whistles and stuff like that. But anyways, the GoPro Hero 3 Black is something I've been toying around with getting to kind of increase the amount of time-lapse videos that I want to do, and some slow motion videos that I've had some ideas about. Yeah, I don't see a lot of, well, maybe I don't like the channels that don't specifically stick to one subject, and maybe that's an issue why I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, is because someone goes on to look at, oh, hammock camping, and then they're like, wait a second, here's a kayaking video, and then here's a video where, you know, he's riding a skateboard or motorcycle, and there's no linear thought with this channel, so screw it, I'm not subscribing to this, it doesn't interest me. But I do it for myself, more for the satisfaction of the process and then getting the video up and being able to go back and watch it. I do it more for that than for the recognition, you know, from the handful of people that have been nice enough to leave comments, which that part is awesome. That part is really, really cool. A handful of people who, when you put a video up, you wait for their response, because they're always going to leave a comment no matter what the nature of the video is, and I love that. I think that's just as much of a part of it as the process of making the video, to be honest. Oh, I should have turned there. Or I should say I could have turned there. Or some interesting little back roads. Maybe I'll head back that way. But yeah, it's cool how you create a relationship with people over the internet. And you can talk back and forth, you know, remarking their videos, and they leave comments on your videos, and, you know, you can comment to them and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. I'm not a very social person at all, and I do like that aspect of it. You know, I do see on when you get into a popular video with a lot of views and a lot of comments, and you go back and you read comments, it's surprising how rude people can be, especially behind the anonymity of a computer screen. They feel that safety that they can be a complete ass. And I'm sure some people do it for the shock value. You know, I'm gonna post this because it's gonna piss a lot of people off. I want to see the response. But I think people should kind of take into consideration who posted the video, how it's going to affect the individual that posted the video, not necessarily just the people that are leaving comments. And you see people get into these comment wars back and forth where they're just going off on each other based on the content of the information in the video, or how the video was portrayed or shot, or, you know, even what the person looks like in the video. Sometimes I wait for people to point out my flaws and make comments on it, but I mean, maybe that's the fortunate thing of not having a popular channel, is you're not being viewed by so many different kinds of people that you're more likely to have negative comments, and maybe I shouldn't let that bother me, and maybe it's easier to say that, oh, it won't bother me, and until you read a comment like, you know, I don't know, I'm not going to give any much suggestions on what I feel my oh, I hate this gravel shit. I'm not going to give anybody ammo to fire back at me. But, you know, not like it would be that hard. Hello, horsey. Turn around and go talk to that guy. But, yeah, I just... You know what, I didn't think I was going to have anything to talk about this morning, since it was kind of an impromptu, and I don't think I've shut up for like the past 20 minutes.